Hey guys, Corey Beth here. Today's topic is troubleshooting water and protein. And actually, these are not just two questions that came in this week alone. They are questions that oftentimes come in. And the first question we always get is, can I drink too much water? The answer is no. You cannot drink too much water. I've seen the articles also where it's like, people drink too much water and they flush out their body. Like, do you know how much water you'd actually have to drink too much water? Let's first start with drinking a gallon of water, which, by the way, is over 100 ounces of water. Very few people, even across our studios, actually hit over 100 ounces of water. Now, through bodybuilding prep, I always tried to aim for a gallon a day. Mike was at like a gallon and a half a day. The only negative to drinking a lot of water is that you're going to have to pee, right? Your body cannot absorb all of that water. So, the cool thing about water, kind of like vitamin B, is if your body doesn't need it, it excretes it. And so, whatever water your body cannot utilize or cannot be absorbed into your cells, it gets excreted. The only, I guess, disclaimer I would put on this is, first and foremost, we want to aim for about 75% of our body weight. So let's say we're 200 pounds. 50% of our body weight is 100, right? Plus the extra 25 is another 50. So it's 150 ounces. If you're 100 pounds, I'm going to use very simple guides here. If you're 100 pounds, it's about 75 ounces. So just think, if you're between 100 and 200 pounds, we're anywhere between 75 and 150 ounces of water. So aim for 100. That's a great place to aim for. Again, I would just start to taper it off as you get towards the end of the day, because you do not want to be disrupting your sleep in the middle of the night, getting up because you have to pee. We've all been there. We've certainly all been there. But no, you cannot drink too much water. Question number 2. Different protein hacks. How can I sneak more protein into my day? Now, if you asked me this question 10 years ago, I would have been like, just boil more chicken. That's disgusting. And quite frankly, I think nobody wants to eat boiled chicken, except for the one figure competitor that I competed with back in 2010. It was like, I just eat boiled chicken for 3 months and drop 30 pounds. I'm like, that sounds terrible. But she loved her boiled chicken. Most people don't, like you and me. And so there's always ways that we can sneak in our protein. So while I discuss a couple of my personal favorite options, I would love for you to share yours in the comments. You can just type them right in below. If you're driving, don't. But if you're sitting in front of your phone and you're like, yeah, I got some cool ideas, throw them in. Way number 1 that I love is actually, I like to blend my coffee with protein powder. So from most of you, you know that we love the Amari protein powder. Multiple reasons, the biggest being digestive wise. It's a chickpea protein, which means we're not going to have any type of lactose intolerance with a whey. Didn't even think about that, right? But over time, you are supposed to become lactose intolerant. So when your doctor says to you, you're lactose intolerant, instead of being like, oh my gosh, that's terrible. And they're like, I know, you got to like eat all this weird stuff now. You can be like, yeah, I'm supposed to. You're actually supposed to become lactose intolerant, because over time, your body is supposed to eliminate the enzyme lactase, which helped you as a baby, by the way, drink breast milk. You no longer need that. And so it's by function of growing, you're supposed to become lactose intolerant. And so some people have a hard time with whey, which is why we love the chickpea protein. So chickpea protein plus coffee or water. If it's water, I throw in a little splash of half and half or cream just to give it that little bit of creaminess in there without all the extra fat. Shake that up. That's easy. If you put it in your coffee, though, that's like a win-win, because you get your coffee and you get protein. What I love to keep on hand are One bars and Quest bars. I certainly do not recommend them every day all the time, but when you're in a bind, jam, traveling, airplane, it's a heck of a lot better than eating that, processed pack of pretzels. Don't eat those. Nobody should eat those. Even Terra chips. We're like, oh, they're healthy because they're made from beets. Yeah, it's still processed. It's still not good for you. Bring your protein bar with you. Mike and I will travel with anywhere from 6 to a dozen protein bars, because we have them on the plane and we have them once we arrive, and it's a quick, easy fix. That's a great way. This next way that I love when you're cooking is to throw extra eggs in. So when I make my pancakes for my kids, they don't actually eat pancakes. I'm using anywhere from 6 to 12 eggs. Yes, you heard that right. 6 to 12 eggs. I will get rid of half of the yolks. If it's just for the kids, I'll only get rid of a couple yolks because my kids need the healthy fat. And then what I'll do is I'll put in anywhere from 1/8 to 1/4 cup of almond flour, gluten-free pancake mix, or I will literally take oats. I will put them in a blender. I will blend them up. Guess what? Then you have oat flour, homemade, no extra added anything. It's just oats. And you can throw that in. Cook it up with a little bit of butter in the pan, throw on some cinnamon, and you have these amazing egg crepes. I call them pancakes, but they are protein-packed pancake. So that's a really, really great option with some berries. Absolutely delicious. In addition, if you're making any type of rice or even let's just say potatoes and you throw vegetables in, then you have your protein, which could be chicken or fish or shrimp or whatever. So let's just kind of like putting that into perspective. We have our rice, we have our vegetables, we have our shrimp or chicken. So now we have like a stir fry. Throw in a couple eggs, right? You throw in 4 egg whites, you have another serving of protein on top, but it doesn't feel like you're eating extra chicken or extra anything else. So throwing eggs into any recipe is a very quick and easy way. Yogurt. If you're going to have Greek yogurt, you can have your yogurt. There's a serving of protein. It's a cup. And again, plain Greek yogurt, unless it's like a brand that doesn't have a lot of sugar, you could throw in a scoop of protein powder into that. Bingo. That's like 2 servings now of protein. Or this one's really crazy, but it's a bodybuilding hack. When you're making your scrambled eggs, if you throw in a half cup of cottage cheese, mind-boggling. No, it's not curdy. No, it's not disgusting. Even for people that don't like cottage cheese, you don't taste the cottage cheese. It cooks into the eggs and boom, 2 servings of protein in one. All right, if you have any other ideas, we'd love for you to drop them. The cleanest sources of protein that we personally love, obviously, are eggs. I think I mentioned that about 5 times today here already. So, that was kind of obvious. Seafood tends to be very high in protein. So when we do have shrimp or something like that, that is awesome. It's super easy to get in easily 2 portions of protein with shrimp because, those things are delicious. And then outside of that, just chicken, keep it simple, chicken salad, chicken with taco seasoning, chicken with tikka masala seasoning, chicken with curry, chicken with garlic, chicken with, right? You can make any nationality of food you want with chicken, which is pretty awesome, or just a simple protein shake. So in answer to the 2 questions that came in this week and many weeks before that, no, you can't drink too much water. Just be mindful of how much you drink as you get later on in the day. And when it comes to protein, those are some really great, simple and easy ways for you to get some extra protein in without making it feel like it's extra protein and certainly without making it feel like it's a chore. Let me know if that helped you in the comments. I'm going to keep on, drinking my water. Have an awesome day, guys.